First of all, Happy Africa Day. 50 years. When the Organisation of African Unity, now called the African Union, was established in 1963, there were 3 independent states in all of Africa. Today, there are 51 independent states in all of Africa. This is a huge change. I remember meeting President Jacob Zuma in Cape Town not long ago. He said the story of Africa has just begun. Africa's future is this century. Look at the map. It's not just the number of states. Democracy is increasingly clear in the states of Africa. 35 to 40 of the 51 states are now functioning democracies. On the economy, the good news is this. In Southern Africa, we have 6% growth now in the economies. Africa is becoming the second fastest growing economic region in the world. And guess what, as our previous speaker said, Australia's media and the world's media do not focus on this great progress. Economic success, political success, future success also with Australia. So to all of you from each part of this wonderful continent of Africa, congratulations on the achievements of this last decade plus and the 50 years since the establishment of the OAU. We, the Australian government, have been active in building a new relationship with Africa. We, the Australian government, have established a mission at the headquarters of the African Union in Addis Ababa. We now have an ambassador to the African Union. We now have military attachés working with the African Union peacekeeping forces across the continent. We now have expanded diplomatic representation across Africa, including our first post in West Africa, in Dakar in Senegal, the decision for that having been taken. But on top of that, it is the lifeblood of our links with people from Africa in our own country as well. Under our government, we've established the Australia-Africa Awards. As of now, 1,000 students from Africa each year through Australian Development Assistance Program scholarships under the Australia-Africa Awards are now studying in Australian universities. And we now have 337,000 African Australians right across our vast continent. I say to you, as someone who has been your Prime Minister in the past and is privileged to be your local member here today, you are welcome members of the great Australian family. Now, one of the great things about our country is this, and like so many states now in Africa, we are a democracy. You get to choose your future. And we have elections coming up as well. Choices are very important. Choices are very important. Number one, always support political parties who embrace multiculturalism, because multiculturalism is Australia's future. Number two, always embrace those political parties who embrace the refugees who come to our shores under the UN's humanitarian program. We have undertaken to increase the refugees intake to 20,000 a year. I regret to inform you that the other side of politics has decided now to reduce that to 13,000 a year. That is not a good thing. But I see they have a booth here. Go tell them what you think. And there's a third thing as well. In the last 5 years, we, the Australian government, have increased by 300% our development assistance and humanitarian aid to Africa. This is a good thing. Some people here are from Somalia. A year or so ago, I stood just inside the Somali border at the time when they were experiencing great drought and great famine and great human persecution. Together with the World Food Programme, this country, Australia, under this Australian government, myself then as Foreign Minister, we became one of the largest donors to the World Food Programme to reduce the number of people who are going to suffer in that drought. And we succeeded. We have increased our development and humanitarian assistance to all the peoples of Africa by more than 300%. And again, democracy and politics is about choices. I don't understand why the other side of politics has said they want to cut our aid to Africa. I think that's wrong. There are your choices. Multiculturalism, refugee intakes and the embrace of all people who are in difficulty, whatever countries in the world, and to provide strong humanitarian assistance into the future and not cutting it to the bone. That's what we stand for, but most of all we stand in solidarity with the people of Africa, and I welcome you to this, the community which I proudly represent in the Parliament of Australia. Yeah.